Y'all get in here, get in here, get in here. It's your girl, the real angel.
And your boy C-Dub. Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, y'all, we got some breaking news. Everything is starting to be revealed, as we said and as we know. And the Most High is really, really starting to get these sinisters put in the place that they should be. Everybody know it's breaking news that Prince Andrew has been taken into custody, Band-Aid gang. I said, damn. Let's rock a show and get into it.
Britain's former Prince Andrew has been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Now known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, he was taken into custody in Norfolk just a short while ago. He is accused of allegedly sharing confidential information with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Mountbatten Windsor has previously denied any wrongdoing over his ties to Epstein. King Charles had stripped his brother of his titles back in October and has since evicted him from Windsor. Let's get back down to CNN's Salma Abdulaziz, who joins us live in London. Salma, what's the latest that you're hearing?
I want to start by asking maybe questions of what we don't know and what we do know so far. So we do know that he's been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office, but there's a lot of details that are still missing here, of course, Rahel. We don't know the specifics of the allegations of this investigation by the police. We're talking about a period of time between 2001 to 2011
Hit the like button, everybody.
when he was representing the UK as a trade envoy. But what are the specific allegations, the specific accusations of misconduct? We don't yet know that. What information actually prompted Thames Valley Police to make this arrest? That's the key question here, because we understand that they have been assessing this claim for some time now, I would say a period of days. That latest trove of emails where we see these allegations come to light has been out for a few weeks now. So what was the trigger? What was the switch? What was it that the police held on to that said, okay, now is the time when we need to take this very extraordinary action, of course, in this country? We also don't know where Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is currently being held. We don't know where he is being held. We simply know that he's been arrested, but we don't know any details beyond that.
Hit that like button, gang. We right here. We got him.
In terms of his arrest. And we still don't know if he's been interviewed under caution. That's what it's described as in this country. So essentially, has he been asked questions?
He got a Chinese name, y'all. One gone.
Police officer and been asked questions as of yet. And where has he been asked these questions? What location has he been taken to? What do we actually know right now? Well, what we do know is Mr. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, former Prince Andrew, who only earlier this month was forced out of the royal residence, pushed into his brother's residence, the Sandringham estate, which is currently being searched by police, has now faced a watershed
Double tap the screen,
moment,
please,
not just
everybody.
for himself, but for the royal family and really for this country at large, being arrested. Now, again, being arrested does not mean being guilty. We do not know the specifics here of
He's
why
guilty,
the police
gang.
have taken this
He's guilty,
extraordinary
gang.
action of
We
arrest.
know
That
this.
is the detail we need. But you can imagine that the royal family is reeling. King Charles has been trying to get ahead of
He's
this
guilty.
time and time again. Last year, he stripped his brother of all his royal titles. I said he
Hit that
pushed him
like
out of
button.
the
We
royal
know he's
residence.
guilty.
He even took this really extraordinary step of preempting the possibility
Stop
of this
playing with
happening
us.
right now by saying he was willing to support the police in any inquiry that they had. So there's going to be a sense in this country, first of all, that this has caught up with Prince Andrew. He has been long under
Hey,
question,
Darian, I see
long
you.
under suspicion for his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, a relationship that he appears to have lied about in the past, saying that he ended his relationship.
We got breaking news,
with
everybody.
Mr.
Breaking
Epstein,
news.
Once he was a convicted sex
It's
offender,
all
so
coming
around
to play.
2008. Now, in these latest email troves, that does not appear to be the
Prince
case.
Andrew
It is
about to
now
roll
clear
over.
that
He
did
about to
continue
roll
that
over.
relationship after Epstein
He finna
was
tell it
convicted,
all,
and it is
Band-Aid
that
gang.
information that led
They finna
King
start
Charles
coming down
to
like
stripping
dominoes.
his royal titles, to take these extraordinary steps to try to get ahead of what's happening here. But again, it has caught up with them. There is going
He
to
about
be
to
also
tell.
a bit of empathy, I imagine, in this country for his family, the York family.
He
as
about
they
to
are known.
tell, gang.
He has two young daughters.
Watch
They're
it
in
all
their 30s. They
unfold.
have their own families. Their faces have been splashed all
Double
over
tap
the
my
media
screen. Hit that
for the
like
last
button. We
few
got
days.
one. We got
So
one
so
gone.
many questions
He got a
here
Chinese
swirling
name. He
around.
about to.
What
He
is,
about
first
to
of all,
tell, gang.
a family that represents this country, the monarchy as an institution, and how Mr. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor represented it as a trade envoy, and I did write down some details.
Like Dorian said, he gonna tell, but they drag him to hell, gang.
Question here. Around 2010,
he's gonna crack.
Forwarded government report visits, details of those visits in
Look
Vietnam,
at that face of a
Singapore,
sinister.
China.
He's a sinister.
There are emails that indicate that Mountbatten Windsor forwarded investment opportunities for gold and uranium in Afghanistan. He had a duty of confidentiality between 2001 and 2011 as trade envoy. Did he abuse the public office? Did he violate?
It's going to be more people going to come out, gang.
The pact for
See, this how they roll. They've been sitting on it for a minute. Watch how it play out.
The details around that we have yet to know.
We learned that years ago.
Hit that like button, gang. Hit that like button, gang. It's about to be more victims coming out. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming to the chat.
I can read to you
Andrew's about to tell, gang. Hit that like button, gang.
I'm Taylor. Of text links, people trying to put together what they know now. Can you remind us the state of play here?
Listen
in
what
the
they
US
tell you right here.
Now,
double tap the screen for the like
right?
button.
Like who is investigating what at this point?
Well, that's a question that we don't actually know the full answer to. The House Oversight Committee is pursuing some depositions with the former Victoria's Secret owner, Wexner, did a deposition yesterday, but also there's this whole the question.
And he's a major donor, which is why people are focused on him.
And the question of whether Bill and Hillary Clinton, what their testimony will look like, that's been going back and forth, but is expected in the coming weeks. But I think that the thing that is notable here is that so far the fallout from the Epstein files, which by the way have still not been fully released despite the law that said that they needed to be, the fallout has been not in America, not in American politics in ways that people have really been feeling the kinds of results that have been happening in Europe, or people even stepping away. Business dealings in the United States. There are a lot of political figures.
Don't it look funny that the people that
documents
are doing this interview, that are covering the interviews, even they look suspicious. Even they look like they was in it or something. Like all of this is pre-planned and act. Just pay attention to the people that are doing the commentary that we're doing the commentary on. They look suspicious too.
Documents are not necessarily things.
He can't even look at the screen.
Implicate guilty behavior. But we have from the Justice Department from the beginning this statement that there was nothing to follow up on in terms of criminal investigation. We just don't that statement coming at the front of the release.
Look at this gentleman. Look at this gentleman here. He does not look like he's not looking into the camera, not being totally honest. Now, Paula, I hear you say that there's nothing going to be done. Something's going to unfold, gang. It's going to unfold. People are going to start telling. You know what happened to the DOJ. You know what happened to some of the lawyers. They dropping off. They jumping ship, gang. They jumping ship. And don't always remember, it's not just only in the Epstein files. The people in other countries that was involved in the Epstein files better know that they got evidence too. And before they get taken out, they'll leak some shit. They will leak some shit. See, everybody worry about what the Epstein files got inside of the Epstein files, but don't think that all these rich people from other countries don't have certain conversations that they had with Donald Trump, that they had with Jeffrey Epstein, that they had with Prince Andrew, and so forth. So there's a lot more people that got conversations as well. I believe that Jeffrey Epstein was not the only person that documented things. These other princes and these kings, or whatever the case may be, in other countries have intel too. So they'll release things too. So as we watch the cookie crumble, let's continue.
Things have been.
I want to add one more thing to that, because Prince Andrew in the past has denied the allegations of sex.
So they're going to bring him something. They're going to bring him something. So to make this arrest, they have something. They have something. Now, right now, they're classifying it, but they have something. He's going to be questioned with something. They have something on them before they kick down that door. If nothing was really going to happen, gang, They would have just left it alone. But you gotta peep the heads up game. Someone might have some more intel that they're threatening them with. So they have to take him into custody because there's other players that are involved in this situation. You gotta remember, this is his own country, gang. This is where he's a prince. He is a prince in his own country, right? So if he's a prince in his own country and his daddy is a king and there was a possibility that he could be a king, there is something else out there. Hit my like button. There is something else that is out there that if they don't take him in and do something, that will be released. There is something out there. So we seeing how this gonna play out, man.
Abuse from people like the late Virginia Giuffre. I just want to read something just because the paper happens to be in front of me. New York Times, they're talking about the Commerce Secretary Lutnick, and they mention that it says he's not the only prominent Trump administration official to appear.
Hit my like button. Double tap the screen for the like button, gang.
Obviously of DHS, once went hunting for dinosaur fossils with Mr. Epstein. An email file shows that Dr. Mehmet Oz, who's at CMMS, invited Mr. Epstein to 2016.
These people have been eating and kidnapping children. Hit my like button. They have been kidnapping, human sex trafficking children. See, I'm gonna tell you where he messed up. He messed up when he went in that park with Epstein, and they was filming him when he went in that park with Epstein, and he tried to lie on that. Was that you in the picture? Well, I was there in the house. Well, the girl was there. You was there in the house. Well, I don't know how that picture. See, he got to go back in there and clean that up, gang. He got to go back. You can't clean that up. Bro cannot clean that up. He fucked up. He fucked up. And there was numerous conversations after the picture. Did I mention that? I must have left it out, but I'm just talking about it now. There were numerous communication threads of this man still dealing with Epstein after the interview that he did with the woman, after he said that he went into the park. There are more. Double tap my screen. Let's go. Band-Aid gang.
Valentine's Day party. None of these things are criminal, but they're also part of this dialogue that says the elites, there's an elite out there, they're all buddies, they all hang out with each other, and they accrue the benefits of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, in 2016, he was a convicted pedophile. Why are you hanging out with this man in general? And I just am hard-pressed to find that people didn't know that of his behavior. And then they also lied about it. And they lied to the American people. Lutnick actually lied to people and said, I had nothing to do with it. And then he's like, oh, wait, I did have lunch on the island. It's like, who do you believe anymore at this point? And I think, to your point, the American people, I think, are so interested.
But always remember, I'm reading some of the comments and people in the comment section. This is the distraction. Could be they could have arrested him multiple other times a long time ago, and they were covering up, or is happening. Now you got to remember this. Remember this. There are people dropping off that are they're resigning. They're signing off. Now these people that are signing off aren't just signing off for a reason. Some of the people that are signing off are going to be scared too, and they're going to go talk as well. It's about to come out, gang. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Great Spill the Tea. She's going to drop a gem tonight on you guys, gang. Absolutely not, Brad. We should not allow lying at all. Again, he should have been took in a long time ago. But there is something about to unfold. They came to pick him up from the crib. Double tap my screen. Hit that like button, gang. Make sure y'all subscribe and go look at my past lives, gang. I've dropped nothing but gems when it comes to these Epstein files, gang. It's about to be more that comes out. Hit that like button.
Power dynamic. Because they see that they'll never be able to get ahead. They're not in these elite circles. They're not in this weird class of people that do things and aren't held accountable and get to play by different rules.
But I also think another thing that sticks out to me when you read through the different revelations that have been coming out of these files is that I think a lot of Americans think like, oh, there's Republicans and there's Democrats, but actually among they're really as different as you think. And these are files that include everyone from Naomi Campbell to Steve Bannon.
Thank you for the sticker.
Allegedly hanging out on this island. And so it's like, wait a minute, this is not this elite is like, it's different than
And I
like
think
right
that-
versus left.
That's where it plugs into the bigger political thing going on here. There's this phrase, you guys have both used the word class, talk about it. Ro Khanna, the congressman from California who wrote the bill that was the Epstein file, he has this phrase, the Epstein class, which has now gotten some pickup.
Oh yeah, or the Epstein administration, I've heard him say.
Yeah, but the Epstein class, I think, does get into the, like, people have a feeling that there are people, there are some who are getting ahead, who are getting wealthy, while a lot of Americans are struggling and are not able to break through. They see this going on, and what's in these files, at the very least, does seem to confirm that for a lot of people, that there's this rich network of people. They go hunt for dinosaur fossils together. They hang out on an island. And then you add in all of the illicit behavior, all this. It's stuff that is remote from anything that most people are dealing with, and makes this the economic, the stratification going on in American society feel much more real.
Yeah, it puts a literal face on it.
So now we're going to go into this next clip, gang. Because Virginia, she had a story. Let's go talk to her brother, gang, because they had a story. Hit that like button, gang. We were her. They had a story. Now, this is one of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Gluffer, how you pronounce her last name. Now, they say that she committed suicide.
What did you say to him?
I said, we know. I mean, you were dad. You sexually abused your daughter. It's absolutely heinous what he did.
Sky Roberts is 5 years younger than Virginia, who was groomed to be Epstein's, as she put it, sex slave when she was 16. She recounts in her memoir the moment Epstein pulled out a grainy photograph of Sky, then in middle school. "We know where your brother goes to school," Giuffre says Epstein told her. "You must never tell a soul what goes on in this house." Later, Giuffre suggests Epstein may have paid off their father in exchange for his silence.
I do remember my dad buying decently nice things at certain points in our life, like a new boat. And
What if the girl that's on the picture on my thumbnail that they got Prince Andrew laying over top of that so gory, weird, sinister picture where he looked like he was a dope fiend and he was laying over that body? What if that was Virginia? What if that was Virginia he was laying over?
was a payment
Let's go, gang.
wired to him.
What if that was Virginia? Let's listen to the story again. Hit my like button. What if that was Virginia laying on that picture with
You
Prince
confronted
Andrew?
your dad. What did you say to him?
He confronted the dad.
I said, we know. I mean, you were dad. You sexually abused your daughter. It's absolutely heinous what he did.
Sky Roberts is 5 years younger than Virginia, who was groomed to be Epstein's, as she put it, sex slave when she was 16. She recounts in her memoir the moment Epstein pulled out a grainy photograph of Sky, then in middle school. "We know where your brother goes to school," Giuffre says Epstein told her. "You must never tell a soul what goes on in this house." Later, Giuffre suggests Epstein may have paid off their father in exchange for his silence.
I do remember my dad buying decently nice things at certain points in our life, like a new boat. And if there was a payment wired to him, like it would be disgusting. It'd be disgusting that he accepted money.
Their father, also named Sky Roberts, denies allegations against him, telling NBC News, "Never once did I ever abuse my daughter." And in a statement in the memoir, says he never knew what was going on with Epstein until he saw it on.
Yes, he did. So, which also seems like the story of Sasha Riley. It almost seems like the story of Sasha Riley, who came out, where his father,
Prince Andrew is accused of Virginia Giuffre, who was sex trafficked
where
by
his
Jeffrey
father
Epstein.
actually escorted him out to Donald Trump. So let's continue, gang.
Has shared some devastating news from hospital. The 41-year-old posted a photo saying she's been given just 4 days to live after a serious car accident in Perth. In a social media post, she begged to see her children one last time and said she's suffering from kidney failure. Prince Andrew is accused of Virginia Giuffre.
So what do you
who
guys
was
think about that?
Trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein.
Then they turned around and said that this young lady committed suicide. They say she committed suicide. So let's go ahead and see about that, gang. Let's go ahead and see about this Band-Aid gang. And we're going to tap into this interview. That's what we're going to do. Double tap that screen, Band-Aid gang. Let's go.
Allow you to capture the smell of your most
Hit that
cherished
like button.
vacation memories.
Breaking news. We on their ass.
Welcome back and Alive Now. I'm Austin Westfall. Breaking news coming in, some sad news to share. We're learning this from the New York Post, several other outlets reporting this as well. Virginia Giuffre, the most prominent victim of the late convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, took her own life on Thursday. This is just weeks after she made headlines for saying that she had days to live after she claimed to have been hit by a bus. A statement given to NBC News was quoted as such from the 41-year-old's family. It says, "It's with utterly broken hearts that we announce that Virginia passed away last night at her farm in Western Australia. She lost her life to suicide after being a lifelong victim of sexual abuse and sex trafficking." The New York Post says that Giuffre took legal action against billionaire financier Epstein in 2015, alleging that she was sex trafficked at age 16 after his ex-lover and convicted Madam Ghislaine Maxwell.
And what's sad about it, this was by her own father. By her own father. And it's sad to see her brother have to tell this type of story. You know, when this happens to people, this is something that never goes away. You know that, right? You know that, right? This is something that never goes away to that individual. So we just praying for some of these victims, y'all. Let's go.
Recruited her from her job as a locker room attendant at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. The mom of three...
Did y'all hear that? An attendant? Listen again. At where? Mar-a-Lago. Let's go. Somebody finna start telling. Because you know she was involved. Who she was dealing with. She dealt with Prince Andrew.
Bray took legal action against billionaire financier Epstein in 2015.
Now listen.
Alleging that she was sex trafficked at age 16 after his ex-lover and convicted Madam Ghislaine Maxwell recruited her from her job as a locker room attendant at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort.
As a locker room attendant at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort.
The mom of three, according to the Post, also alleged that she was forced to have sex with disgraced Prince Andrew 3 times when she was 17, including at Epstein's Little St. James Island in New Mexico, and Little St. James Island in New Mexico, and in Maxwell's London home, where a notorious photo of her with King Charles' eldest brother was taken. The Post says the allegations became the biggest scandal to rock the royal family in a generation. Again, hearing of the sad news just within the past hour, Virginia Giuffre, the most prominent victim of late convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, taking her own life on Thursday. It was announced on Friday, her death. She was 41 years old. Her family...
You know that she made a statement saying that she did not take her own life, right? You know that. So they saying, you know, she took her life. That's something really hard to do, take your life. Now, I'm going to just be honest. This had to be horrifying to her. Horrifying. She probably had to live her life in fear, not knowing who was going to come to her house, who was watching her back constantly. They tore these women completely down. These women that suffered through these sex trafficking deserves justice. You know, these women give life to this planet, gang. Women give life to this planet. Hit my like button. Let's go.
Confirming this. People saying Giuffre, Jeffrey Epstein, and Prince Andrew abuse accuser sadly dying by suicide at the age of 41. If any more details become...
By suicide, gang. Allegedly. Now, I'm really saying that And I mean that alleged situation because I just believe that there's something behind this. Let's hit that like button, Band-Aid gang. We were.
This just in, a cash ball phenomenon is
Let's go, gang. Hold on.
Hold on, guys.
Hold on, guys. People were trying to text my phone. Hold on. Let's get back to it.
Was described as a calamity likened to a car crash. Prince Andrew's infamous interview in which he tried and spectacularly failed to defend his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, now the journalist who held him to account back then is reflecting on that.
Now, again, he failed. These people...
She thinks he nearly got away with lying to all of us.
He was brought right into the heart of the royal family at your invitation.
Do I regret the fact that he has quite obviously conducted himself in a manner unbecoming? Yes.
Unbecoming. He was a sex offender.
Yeah.
He was brought right into the heart of the royal family at your invitation.
Do I regret the fact that he has quite obviously conducted himself in a...
When you lie, gang, and you care, and you have the type of face that he had when he did this interview with this young lady, that's the face of a sinister. You can look at him and tell, even when he was on the picture with that little girl laying down, that this man is a sinister. This man will take your life. This is the type of person allegedly that'll send some people to come get you. Double tap my screen. Hit my like button. This is the type of man, I'm telling you, how he lied in these people's face. He will send somebody to come get you. They had to come get him off the street.
Manner unbecoming, yes.
Look at him.
Unbecoming. He was a sex offender.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Look at his face right there in the back screen. Look at him. They had to come. This is a madman.
You were staying at the house of a convicted sex offender.
It was a convenient place to stay. There is no good time to talk about Mr. Epstein.
Yet in November 2019, the then Prince Andrew did, sitting down with the BBC's Emily Maitlis for an interview that would ultimately ruin the royal. It's one of the most significant moments in television history. Did you realise that at the time?
I realised it could be. I didn't go in thinking it would be, but I knew a lot hinged on how he responded to our questions.
He did not respond well. Some answers were bizarre.
I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time.
Others, blatant lies.
To this day, I never had any contact with him.
That whole idea that he'd gone to New York to break off the friendship, he'd gone for the walk in Central Park. I mean, I now think, oh my God, you literally just sort of must have made all that up on the spot.
After that photo right there, hit the like button.
That whole idea that he'd gone to New York to break off the friendship, he'd gone for the walk in Central Park. I mean, I now think, oh my God, you literally...
Right there, when he did that blew his cover right there. Yeah. Think about this, gang. at this moment on this photograph right here, who filmed this? Who caught them from this angle? Was it a setup? Somebody if you put a 1 in the chat, if you think Epstein had somebody film this actual scene to capture him again, to put him in the clutch again. Because when you look at this photo, it's kind of up high, a drone type of photo. This looked like a drone type of photo. Like it was a drone and it zoomed in. So when Epstein went and met Prince Andrew, when he went and met Prince Andrew on this picture, how did they get this angle? See, I watch everything. Double tap my screen, gang. Hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the gifts as well. Who filmed this? Who actually filmed this scene right here, gang? Because it's like Epstein, put yourself in Epstein's mind. I'm going to film him like Epstein knew where a bribery could come in. See, I believe that's why Prince Andrew kept coming to see Epstein. Epstein had him in the clutch. Epstein had him in the clutch when it came to this photograph. Why? Who took this picture? Ask yourself that question.
He just sort of must have made all that up on the spot.
Do you think he thought it was going to play out differently because it was a train wreck from his perspective?
I remember him being pretty pleased with it afterwards. And I think it was only when the papers came out that weekend on the sort of Sunday and Monday that he realised how differently it had sort of come across.
It made global headlines. Mateless believes the damning interview cost the then Duke of York the respect of the nation. Days after it, he announced he was stepping back from royal duties. Andrew is now disgraced, but when you did the interview, his standing in society was very different. How daunting was it to challenge him in the way that you did?
I think that was part of the thing. It was meant to be quite intimidating.
Thank you for the 100 gift. Thank you so much.
It was meant to remind me who I was talking to.
The prince has since turned pariah. Late last year, he was stripped of his titles, honours, style, even his home. Your interview was more than 6 years ago, and it was huge. But it's really...
So, it's a reason why he was stripped, Band-Aid Gang. Why was he stripped? Why was he stripped? Because of the photograph we just seen. Somebody sent him, his people, the photograph, right? Along with something else. That's why he was stripped. The bribery came in. The extortion came in. They extorted the man, and they're probably still extorting that government. Hit my like button, because they're still being extorted, because allegedly they saying Epstein ain't went up to the upper room. Allegedly, they saying Epstein ain't went to the upper room, and you got so many CCs out here that they got the little picture of somebody being. They saying his executioner came in the cell and they unalived him. Now we got to go back to the photographs of Epstein's neck. Now we know when they showed how that bone broke in the neck, that was impossible for that neck, his neck bone to be broke like that. From the way they say he unalived himself. I think allegedly that was not the executioner that went into the cell and unalived Jeffrey Epstein, gang. I believe that was Jeffrey Epstein walking his ass up out of there. Now, did you know? And I'm going to show y'all some photos tomorrow, gang. Matter of fact, I think I got them. I'm going to show you something. Watch this, Band-Aid gang. We ain't got to live like this. Now, we have something to show the gang. Let's go to the messages, Angel. Okay, we got something to show the gang. Right here, we want to show the gang this. Hit my like button, Band-Aid gang. Y'all know how we do it over here. I always got something to show my gang. Damn. It would be probably one of these. This is crazy. Hold on. It was some photos.
Yeah, let me see.
No, it wasn't even photos. It was, let me see. That's the JPEG. Hit my like button, y'all, so I can show you this. Because this right here, it was a video right here. Let me see. Right here. It was a video. I wanted y'all to check this video out. And this has to do, no, that's not it, with an Epstein situation. Now, when Epstein, do you know that they put a board up, right? Did y'all know that? I'm going to show you then. Yeah, since y'all don't know. They put a board up so Epstein could walk out of there. I can't make this up. Now, let me see here. I'm going through some photographs of this sinister act that they had. But they have Diamond Gang sent it to me. Over here?
You said it's a video.
Yeah, it's a video. Hit my like button. I want to show everybody this. It's a video of, it's taking forever to load it. But there is a video, nope. There is a video out where in that room they put a board up. Like a little billboard to block what was going on. And nobody knew about that. It might be right here. I'm gonna do it another time, y'all. I don't want to take up much time to show because we still got to rock a show. So let's go ahead and go back to this clip. I have another clip I want to show everybody when it comes to this, to the files. So we definitely need to look at this, and we need to look at the reactions. The face of a senator.
No. That came from, so there were a number of people who so some people from my staff, some people from friends and family I was talking to, and I took the decision that it was, I had to show leadership and I had to go and see him and I had to tell him, that's it.
That was December of 2010.
Yep.
He threw a party to celebrate his release and you were invited as the guest of honor.
Oh, in 2010? There certainly wasn't a party to celebrate his release in December, because it was a small dinner party. There were only 8 or 10 of us, I think, at the dinner. If there was a party, then I'd know nothing about that.
You were invited to that dinner as a guest of honor.
Well, I was there, so there was a dinner. I don't think it was quite as you might put it. But
look at his expression. See, this is the thing that lets you know this man is a sinister. This ain't no regular person. This is a sinister. And this is a sinister. Did I mention that? Yeah, he needs to be taken off the street. This man is capable of knowing you know something and send them goons to come get you.
Yeah, okay, I was there at a dinner, yeah.
See? I'm just trying to work this out because you said...
I was there.
Well, I was there, so there was a dinner. I don't think it was quite as you might put it, but yeah, okay, I was there.
Like, listen what he said. I was there. Yeah, listen.
I was there at a dinner, yeah.
I'm just trying to work this out because you said you went to break up the relationship and yet you stayed at that New York mansion several days. I'm wondering how long...
But I was doing a number of other things while I was there.
But you were staying at the house of a convicted sex offender.
It was a convenient place to stay. I've gone through this in my mind so many times. At the end of the day, with the benefit of all the hindsight that one could have, it was definitely the wrong thing to do. But at the time, I felt it was the honourable and right thing to do. And I admit fully that my judgment was probably...
You going down. He finna tell on everybody. He finna tell on everybody. He got to tell something. Everybody sitting back, just sit back. He got to tell something. He got to tell something. Why you think they arrested him, gang? to persuade him to tell something. He got to tell something.
Tendency to be too honourable, but that's just the way it is.
Because during that time, those few days, witnesses say they saw many young girls coming and going.
Young girls,
at the time. There is
double tap
video
my screen.
footage of Epstein accompanied by young girls. And you were there staying in his house, catching up with friends.
You know, it is Black History Month.
Hey,
You
watch
think Davis
this.
would be giving the black folks half off?
Watch this, gang. I'm gonna drop a gem on y'all. Watch this. Hit my like button. I'm about to tell you something that's gonna make a lot of sense to you guys.
Bob told us that they were going to test the alien craft that night. I have.
Now listen,
I never, I mean, if they...
we constantly hearing young girls, right? We're hearing young girls beauty pageants, all of that is a sense of grooming. These men own some of these girls. Yeah, I mean that. They own them. They ship them off. When the girls win these fake pageants that they go to, they get a cut. What you're seeing is pimping. So what would he go and meet Epstein in the park for? What would he go meet Epstein in the park and then Epstein filming him at the same time walking in the park for extortion? What is he going to talk to him about? So was it just sex being filmed? Is there a lot? So it's either filming of sex, gory eating children, because if it was just, think about it, it has to be about women that they have to cut loose or filming. They have to cut loose some of these women from telling. Young women. I don't own them no more. I need you to get in touch with all these women. These women were tied to him some way, and there was money tied to some kind of trafficking. There was some type of accounts and money that they had to move around, and he had to talk to him in person because they had to organize how they were going to move these certain accounts and this money that they were getting that was untaxable, that was not counted for. That's why he went and met Epstein in the park. Hit the like button, because he can't tell Epstein to get rid of a video. Epstein can say, yeah, I got rid of it. They had to move some money around, gang. They had to move some money around. Let's go.
Then I wasn't a party to any of that. I never saw them. I mean, you have to understand that his house. I
Mitch, you're right. He needs to rat out all of them. Everybody all of these people just need to be replaced. It ain't no use to sitting these people, throw all their asses in jail. The whole government, throw their Republicans, Democrats, throw all them motherfuckers in jail and get some young people. These motherfuckers is too old any goddamn way. They got all these old people. These people are too old any damn way. Get some young people, inspired young people, and start this government all over. Because we can't trust this bloodline no more. Hell no.
Almost as a railway station, if you know what I mean, in the sense that there were people coming in and out of that house all the time. What they were doing and why they were there, I had nothing to do with. So I'm afraid
Why were you there, though? Explain why was you there?
I can't make any comment on that because I really don't know.
Another guest was John Brockman, the literary agent. Now, he described seeing...
Did you see his eye? Look at that. Really? The eyes of a sinister. Oh, he will get rid of you, gang. Look at his face. He will knock you down. Let's go.
Can't make any comment on that because I really don't know.
Another guest was John Brockman, the literary agent. Now, he described seeing you there,
getting
a foot massage from a young Russian woman. Did that happen?
No.
You're absolutely sure, or you can't remember?
Absolutely sure.
So John Brockman's statement is false?
Well, I don't know Mr. Brockman, so I don't know what he's talking about.
But that definitely wasn't you getting a foot massage from a Russian girl in Jeffrey Epstein's house?
No.
It might seem a funny way to break up.
See, what she just did is, he just don't know, right? What she that she's letting you know. And that's why his eyes, right. That's why his eyes look funny. Let me tell you why. Because she just said, listen to what this woman just said. She told him in small words that they got the picture. That they have the image. See, y'all not paying attention. Because she said, so that wasn't you? She just didn't say picture. You see what I'm saying? They got the stuff. Listen what she said. Watch. You got to pay attention when you come to channel.
But that definitely wasn't you getting a foot massage from a Brockman's statement is false.
Well, I don't know.
So she said his statement was false. Exactly, Mitch. He thought he was untouchable. Now watch this, gang. Look, so she's letting the gang know. So this is what I'm saying. All this evidence, all this stuff is popping up, right? They got to arrest him. Because she already know, and she probably already seen the picture. Because listen how she says it.
Mr. Brockman, so I don't know what he's talking about.
But that definitely wasn't you getting a foot massage from a Russian girl in Jeffrey Epstein's house.
No.
Look.
It might seem a funny way to break off a friendship, a 4-day house party of sorts with a dinner. It's an odd way to break up a friend.
They did. This was no different than Gail and Art Kelly, and he only thing different, he just didn't stand up and get out of character and say, I gave y'all 30 years. See, they lined him up the same way they lined up Art Kelly. It's almost the same type of situation. He just didn't panic.
Way of put is that's a very stark.
Because he had a little more power than R. Kelly.
Absolutely right. But actually, the truth of it is that I actually only saw him for about the dinner party, the walk in the park, and probably passing in the passage.
So let's go to the
passing in the passage. I said, damn. What kind of goddamn passage? Are you talking about a tunnel? Did you pass him in the tunnel? In the Epstein file on a Zorro Ranch tunnel? Cause I ain't heard of the passing. What the hell is the passing, Band-Aid gang? I said, damn. See, he talked to him in the passing. In the passage. Listen.
The dinner party, the walk in the park, and probably passing in the passage.
So let's go.
Passing in the passage. Can somebody put what they think passing in the passage is? Can someone put passing in the passage if they know what he meant by what the fuck is passing in the passage? The passageway of the tunnel? Did they pass somewhere in a tunnel, goddamn? I don't know. Just somebody put what they think the passing in the fucking passage is. I don't know what the hell that is. That just lie. Him lying, you know, he lying as he go. Hit my like button.
Go to that Central Park walk, which was snapped. Friends of yours suggest that Epstein wanted that photo taken. Perhaps he'd even set it up. Do you worry that you were being played?
And we said it. That photo, see, did this let you know, even his expression, he know he was set up. Because the angle of that, we have to go into the mind of a lunatic. I said, damn. They set you up, buddy. And they set him up for a reason. Because somewhere down the line, they left something loose. And just in case, this man is still to this day being extorted by Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein and his Illuminati gang are extorting this man. He is being extorted. Let's continue.
Again, new information is coming out since his suicide has made us reappraise that walk in the park. We can't find any evidence, or my staff and my people and I can't find any evidence to suggest that that was what he was doing. I mean, you can look at it in so many different ways. The fact of the matter is that somebody very cleverly took that photograph. It wasn't...
Why would they cleverly take a photograph? Let's walk them down. They cleverly took a photograph, y'all. Cleverly. Someone cleverly just took a fucking photograph of you and Jeffrey Epstein. Why? Why did they come and get this man the other day? Why did they just come get him? Oh, did they? Are they still trying to hide him? Is they gonna do an Epstein with him and give him a body double? Are they going to go now? Don't think these people so slick now they can go get them a body double. Now they go get a motherfucker and lock him up and say it's him, but that's not really him because guess what? His people are superior. They're kings, so they can easily hide him, you know, and make a double and make it look like they locked him up because they love him so much. Because he they blood. And don't think that the queen and the king ain't got nothing to do with this too. I believe his mama, his daddy, and all of them people know what the hell was going on. They just had to make it look good. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that family had something to do with what they knew what was going on with the Epstein files. All of them was getting money off of this human sex trafficking. All of them were. All of them. He just is the one they got to take down. So if we know, somebody did put a 1 in the chat. If we know that his family had something to do with it, don't think that they won't make a body double. You know, we can't put nothing past these people right now. Again, somebody came in the comment section and said, hey, this could be a cover-up. Yes, it definitely could be a cover-up. So they could go move some more money around. They also can replace him with a dummy man, somebody that looked like him, and put that robot motherfucker in the jail. Because you know, Elon Musk know how to make a robot. All they got to do is put some skin on it, put the robot in the goddamn cell, say they got a robot with some skin on it and say it's him, and he's to go right back to the house and live underground and meet Epstein in the passage. Go back down to the passage. Like he just said, in the passage, walking back and forth in the tunnels. Down there, they still got holes down there in the tunnel. They still down there with little kids in the tunnels. Because they know where the tunnels is at. Phil Snyder told y'all yesterday on my other live. We told you these people live underground. Let's go.
As far as I remember, nor do my security people remember anybody being present or close, because there were enough security around.
So you mean to tell me, see, then this is another lie, Band-Aid gang. Hit my like button, double tap my screen. You mean to tell me he going down there, see, this how you know he lying. You already doing some bullshit, sneaking off to go do something with Epstein, and you brought security. Why would he bring security with him to secretly meet Epstein? You think a lawyer's not going to ask him that in the courtroom? If you were trying to hide what you was doing because you know you had done went down there, we know why he went down there. He did not want a soul to know that he was down there. Because if you had security from where that camera took a picture with you and Epstein, there's no way that your security would have missed that opportunity to spot that you were being filmed with Jeffrey Epstein. That's impossible. You went went down there in New York and met Epstein by yourself. Hell, you didn't even call him on the payphone. You didn't even want to talk on the payphone, my dude. You went down there and met him by yourself, not with your security. Stop playing with us.
Photographs of the security people are around in the photograph. So I mean, he could have done, but
Yeah, I guess what I'm asking is, do you feel that you were part of Epstein's public rehabilitation?
Oh, no. Funny enough, I don't. No. I mean, if that photograph was taken with that purpose in mind, then it doesn't equate to what actually happened.
So why wouldn't you announce this?
It doesn't equate to what actually happened. Now, see what you did? You're fucking up. You're fucking up. Now, you fucked up. No, I'm going to show you where you fuck up again. We're finna get to the photos. We're gonna get to the photos and do you all type of ways. Because we ain't got to live like this and continue your lie. Because we came to listen to more updates that's on the news. Yeah, because we can tie this shit up, put it together, wrap it up, wrap it like they gonna wrap you. No, matter of fact, wrap you up fakely, because I think they not, I think they gonna make a body double out of this dude and put him down there in the tunnel. They gonna put him in the tunnel and they gonna have some motherfucker but they're gonna get information and they're gonna roll on a lot of people. They gonna get rid of the trash people, the low budget people, people like Oprah Winfrey. She may go down, not the big fish. But someone has to go down to make it look like they going for the big fish. Then it's going to die out slowly. Let's do them all type of ways.
Whether or not.
Hit my like button, gang. Let's go, because we dropping gems, man. I'm telling you. This is no laughing matter. Because they trying to pump fake. These people are trying to pump fake on us, gang.
So now Oprah is shocked by the aftermath of estrangement after being one of the biggest voices pushing it for decades.
That's my hand on her.
Now look.
Whatever it is, left side.
Now that's his hand.
You think that?
Because I have no recollection of that photograph ever being taken.
How could you not have that's your hand, but you ain't got no recollection of the photo being taken the same way you have no recollection that there was a motherfucking camera setting your ass up. See, they set him up twice. They was getting plenty money from Britain. Yeah, they was getting plenty money from London. They was getting plenty money. Yeah, he was getting plenty money.
Not entirely convinced that, I mean, that is what I would describe as me in that picture, but we can't be certain as to whether or not that's my hand on.
That's him in the picture. Now look, gang, see, that's what they saying, bro. What did you even go down there to get interviewed for? Did they subpoena this nigga for an interview? He went down there like he was subpoenaed. Was this nigga subpoenaed? Was he subpoenaed? Because I wouldn't have went down there not having my whole goddamn story right, Angel. Double tap my screen, gang. We got to get up to 50 likes. What the fuck you go down here? Why he go down here, gang? Because it's not making no sense. You went down there and just fucked your lie was fucked up. Your lie was fucked up. You know what I'm talking about? Because what he go down here for? Because you didn't even say Photoshop. He don't even know how to say, man, that was Photoshop. He just went down there stupid than a motherfucker and got kicked in his ass. The lady kicked him in his ass. Double tap my screen for the like button. Johnny says Bill Clinton was so compromised by Epstein that Jeffrey gave Bill a painting of Bill Clinton in a blue Monica Lewinsky dress. Power move, and let it sit in the house. Don't think that some of them pictures are roadmaps. I believe some of them pictures, if you shine certain lights on them, put some kind of chemical on them, I think some of them paintings are maps, gang. See, that's how I think. Some of them paintings that Epstein got are maps to treasures, all type of maps, but you got to put a chemical. Put a one in the chat if you believe what I'm telling you.
I don't remember that photograph ever being taken. I don't remember going upstairs in the house because that photograph is taken.
You don't remember going upstairs, but that's your body, but you don't know if it's your hand. I said, damn. I don't remember going upstairs. What kind of dope was this man on? What? He on that goddamn adrenochrome. That's that adrenochrome dope. Give me some of that chrome. Let me pull up. Anybody got that chrome? Yeah, I said, damn. Oh, Angel. Let me get some of that chrome extra strength. Because I don't need this nigga. He said he don't remember getting there. He know that's his body, but he don't know that's his hand on it. I said, damn, that is some strong ass dope, gang. Hello from Wisconsin, Dales. What up, Dales? I'm 51 years old. We need to fire all the government workers, impeach them all. And I said, damn, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we working on that. We working on that. We working over that on full overtime. We all on the Zorro Ranch. Yeah. We on Zorro Ranch. We been over there chilling, watching it. We got satellites on Zorro Ranch right now, scoped in, kicking in the ass, kick them all in their ass. And look, Jason said, kick them all in the ass. We gonna kick them all in the ass right now. We kicking you in your ass. We gonna knock the rubber out the elastic in your goddamn drawers. That's why they come to my channel. That's why they've been sabotaging my views lately. These people sabotaging my channel. They trying to slow my views down. I be getting thousands of views, and now they trying to slow me down because I'm on their ass.
Stairs. And I'm not entirely convinced that, I mean, that is what I would describe as
you don't need to be convinced, gang. I'm gonna do you all type of way. You need to be convincing people. What do you mean that you're not fully convinced? You're at the point where you need to be convincing people. Don't nobody need to be convincing you, because you can't even convince the Band-Aid gang, because we kicking you in your ass.
It's me in that picture, but we can't be certain as to whether or not that's my hand on her, whatever it is.
Well, who hand was it then, gang? If your body was there, tell me who hand was it then? If that's your body there, who hand was it then, bro? It wasn't your hand? So that means the girl was there. Stop, man. You disrespecting my chat. You disrespecting my chat. You on here disrespecting my channel and the people in my chat, talking about all them lies that you talking about. We don't play them type of games. You coming with these fucked up theatrical moves, and they're not working on my channel. And see, it wasn't working in the first place. That's why they came over here and shut down YouTube, and then my goddamn algorithm shit started going. But that's okay. That's okay. Because they still love me on my channel. I don't care if I get 1,000 views. I don't care if I get 50. I take it. But y'all know these people are playing with my channel. Now listen, gang. You lied to us and you said that you was there. You don't remember being there, but you was there. That's your body. But the hand? What about the girl? So that the girl wasn't there, but you remember standing up there? Bro, you fuck. That's why they got you.
Left side.
You think that...
Because I have no recollection of that photograph ever being taken.
So why would somebody have put in another hand? You think it is you next to her in the photo?
Oh, it's definitely me. I mean, that's a picture of me. It's not a picture of... I don't believe it's a picture of me in London, because when I go out in London, I wear...
So it's a picture of you, right. So the picture of you, so that means the whole body thing, everything on the body, you remember having that on. You had that on because you know that's you. So they didn't take the clothes off of your body, right? Yeah, we on your ass.
A suit and a tie. That's what I would describe as those are my traveling clothes if I'm going overseas. So I've got plenty of photographs of me dressed in those.
You live overseas. To us, you live overseas. Stop playing with us.
Of that sort of kit, but not there.
Just to clarify, so you think that photo has been faked?
Nobody can prove whether or not that photograph has been doctored, but I don't recollect that photograph ever being taken.
And you don't recollect having your hand round her waist in Ghislaine Maxwell's house on any occasion, even if it was a different
I'm
date?
terribly sorry, but if I, as a member of the royal family, and I have a photograph taken and I take...
They don't want you there no more. They don't want you. You don't have the right to say royal family anymore. They don't want you to be royal no more. They gave you up. Stop trying to use that name like the royal family. They didn't care about that. They came and got you, bro. Now you gotta fight in the night. You gotta fight in the night now. See, we've been over here fighting in the night. We've been fighting in the night for a long time. My channel stayed fighting in the night. And we fight in the night over here on this channel. Now you got to fight in the night, gang. You gotta lay on that hard ass bed and fight in the night in your sleep. Yeah, I gotta fight. You gotta fight. See, we used to fighting y'all. Yeah, we used to fighting you niggas in the night. Come down here with us.
A few photographs. I am not one to, as it were, hug, and public displays of affection are not something that I do. So
If he said that he don't sweat, am I right, gang? Or he sweat profusely? He said it. If you not sweating though, if a motherfucker not sweating, he gotta be a pig then, cause a pig don't sweat. So that means your ass ain't no human being. Something ain't right with you. Pigs don't sweat. So this what? So either or, something wrong with you, gang.
That's the best explanation I can give you. And I'm afraid to say that
Don't be afraid.
That photograph was taken in the way...
You should have been afraid to go to this interview. That's what you should have been. You should have been afraid to go to this interview and never showed up.
Believe that you were there.
I'm sorry, why would...
I'm just trying to understand. There's a photo inside Ghislaine Maxwell's house. Ghislaine herself is in the background. Why would people not believe that you were there with her that night?
They might well wish to believe it, but the photograph is taken upstairs, and I don't think I ever went upstairs.
You don't think the picture was taken upstairs, but you don't even know if you went upstairs. So you still place yourself in the house. You still place yourself there, though. The picture was upstairs. I don't think I went up there, though. I don't think I went up there. But you was in the crib, though. You was in the house. Man, bro. That's why they came and got you.
Are you sure of that?
Yeah, because the dining room and everything was on the ground floor.
Now look.
Was as you came in the hall. So I don't remember ever going up there. I'm at a loss to explain this particular photograph. If the original was ever produced, then perhaps we might be able to solve it, but I can't.
The original was up. Well, they ain't take that shit with no Polaroid goddamn camera. The original photo. Then we gonna go down there and get it printed off. No, there ain't no print off that we need the original. No, ain't no original camera. Bruh, stop playing with us. We on your ass, bruh. I'm the wrong motherfucker you want to get on your ass. Because I get on your ass, I don't miss a goddamn beat. I stay on top of the game like a scoreboard. Yeah, I'm on your ass. I'm on your ass, boy. I'm on your ass, high top.
You can say categorically that you don't recall meeting Virginia Roberts,
look at it,
dining with her, dancing with her at Tramp, or going on to have sex with her in a bedroom in a house in Belgravia.
Yes, you do, because you was laying over a little girl, gang. There go your booty right here. Your booty sitting right there. That's your ass. That's his ass. Right there, laying over a girl, looking like he was on that goddamn adrenochrome. Yeah, he was on. There go his ass. There go his butt. Right there, his butt. Right there, his ass. He got his own ass in his goddamn face. I said, damn. You made an ass out of yourself. Yeah, that's why I put it there. He made an ass out of himself, gang. On this picture right here, hold on, let me drop this. You made an ass out of your motherfucking self, gang. Because right here, where my finger at, right here, That's your ass, and you was laying over a whole little girl, looking up like a dope fiend, and like they told you to say cheese. Say cheese. You stupid motherfucker. You's a stupid ass. That's why they got you now. Yeah, now they gonna make him fight in the night, gang. He gotta fight.
I can absolutely categorically tell you it never happened.
What?
Do you recall any kind of sexual contact with Virginia Roberts then
None,
or any other time?
None whatsoever.
Because she said in a legal deposition, a legal court document in,
In a legal
2015,
document.
she had sex with you 3 times. She is not confused.
They got the tape. See, this is what y'all not understanding, Band-Aid gang. They got the tape. They got it already, gang. They showed the tape of this man having sex with the kids. Put a 1 in my chat if you believe that they got the tape of this man having sex with the kid. Yeah, they got it. That's why they came and got him. If Jeffrey Epstein filmed himself going to go sell this man some dope in the park, he ain't gonna sell him a dope and sold him a dream. He sold him dope and sold him a dream. He went down there and bought a bag of adrenochrome, a bag of blood. He needed a bag of blood, a bag of adrenochrome, and he needed him to sell him a dream. He needed a dream. And that's what happened. He Martin Luther King sold him a dream, filmed him while he sold him a dream. If Jeffrey Epstein filmed him in the park, and Jeffrey Epstein got a picture of his ass right here, sticking his ass out. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein had a picture of him sticking his ass out while he laying over a little girl. Right. He was laying over a little girl, Band-Aid gang. What make you think that he didn't film this man having sex with the kids? He has already been caught. See, that's why they trying to redact shit. That's why cause they got video of this man having sex. That's why we only got 3 million, it's another 3 million of the Epstein files. They gave y'all what we wanted to see. Why they try to clean up everything else? But there is video of these people having sex. You think it's just videos of these people bouncing around on pogo sticks and running around? No, it is more than that. That's why they hide this shit, gang. It is actual footage of sex scenes, gang. Exactly. Bro said because they have the tapes. He should be put underneath the prison. Absolutely. See, I know they got the tapes. They got the tapes. They've been extorting him with the tapes for a long time. But what our government is worried about is the other government. It's a lot of other rich motherfuckers that film rich motherfuckers too. Epstein wasn't the only shiesty motherfucker now. It's some motherfuckers that had the same amount of money as Epstein did. Them motherfuckers over there with the oil, them Arab people that was up in there, the man that said he loved the torture video, he had some of that motherfucking pressure too. So you think he didn't come down there prepared with a camera up under his skirt either? With a recording in his skirt either? In case he had to roll over. These people been waiting to roll over on the United States government and ready to extort the United States government. And now we just unfolded on the Illuminati. What you see is the Illuminati being exposed. The Rockefellers being exposed. That's what has happened. The Illuminati has become exposed. The Masons have become exposed. That's what happened here. And now we get to see who were the big heads in the Illuminati. And one of the big heads in the Illuminati was Jeffrey Epstein. This man right here, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, The Rockefellers, the Bahamian Grove, what they call it. All of these secret societies have been exposed. So what do they, the Rothschilds have been exposed. So what do they have left, Band-Aid gang? The tunnels. They don't want to give up the tunnels. We want to go in the tunnels. We need a full we need some people off the streets to go to Epstein Island and go in that little blue building with the stripes on it. Yeah, that building with the stripes on it. Yeah. Go get the building with the stripes on it and go down in there. We want a tour of what's going on under the ground. And then we'll be convinced. There is something under the ground. Exactly, Orlando. We want to go under the ground where you guys are hiding everything. And then we'll be convinced. You can give up all the stuff you want to, but we want to know, where are those little children that was in the picture? We want to know where the little children, Jeffrey Epstein, that was sitting on that damn bookshelf with those COVID masks on. Where are those children?
She said the first was in London when she was trafficked to you. The second was at Epstein's mansion in New York.
That is a date in April, I believe. Is that correct?
She said it was a month or so later.
Yeah. Well, I think that the date that we have...
Double tap my screen for the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel.
Shows that I was in Boston, or I was in New York the previous day, and I was at a dinner for the Outward Bound Trust.
Thank you guys for joining.
In New York, and then I flew up to Boston the following day. And
you know when you flew out, you know everything else, nigga, but you don't know if that was you in that picture. Well, you gonna find out it was you. Yeah, they gonna find you out. They already got you. You got yourself. That's why you look like you look in the back right there like a sinister. Because you are. Band-Aid gang.
Says that this occurred. They'd already left to go to the island before I got back from Boston. So the
ultimate lie is coming. Here we're going to the next clip.
There was a witness there, Johanna Stolberg, who says that
witness
you
was
did
there.
Visit the house in that month.
I probably did. I don't think on one of the weird...
You probably visited the house that month. Yeah, because he panicked then, because he said when she said that the body rocking, when she body rocked him right there, she body rocked. Oh, I did, because, oh, damn, did this girl take a picture of me? Did this girl got a recording of me? See, that's why he stutter stepped. Let's go.
I was staying with the... because of what I was doing,
hey,
I was
Peanut.
staying with the Consul General, which is further down the street. On 5th, so I wasn't staying there. I may have visited.
That was low down there on 5th. He said it's down there on 5th. I said, damn, that is down there on 5th Street.
but no. Definitely no.
We got 32 likes. Thank y'all, gang. Run
Because
it
in
up.
a legal deposition, 2015, she said she had sex
Double
with him
tap that
3
screen
times.
for that like button and hit the
Once
3
in
buttons on the
London
right hand
house
side
when
and you
she
see
was
like right
trafficked
there.
to you
Let's keep this video in the
Max's
algorithm.
house.
Yes.
Once in New York, a month or so later at Epstein's mansion, and once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
Absolutely, Orlando.
No.
They eat human beings, bro. They been eating kids, gang. And you know what? What if we been eating them? That's the sad part about it. What if we been eating kids? They been giving us that shit. Putting it in the ground beef, the white part. I heard that white part of the ground beef be humans. I can't make this shit up. That's what I heard. You know when you look at that ground beef and it got white in it? I heard that was people. What if they giving us that shit, gang? Because it ain't enough really meat on the United States to feed the population like it is. So they've been feeding us kids. What if it, I'm just saying though. I don't want to be thinking about that shit, but just think about it. Look how much beef we process every day. All these restaurants that got all that food that's just coming out constantly. You think it's enough cows that's passing off like that? Man, they could be giving us anything, bro.
All of it. Absolutely no to all of it.
Why would she be saying those things?
Look. We wonder exactly the same, but I have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
He wondered why we don't have, we wonder the same. What would you take the picture for with her then? We wonder the same. Man, that girl ain't lying on you, man. Why would a woman lie on somebody with that type of power, knowing that they can get them sent up to the upper room? Why would they lie on this man, knowing they could get sent to the upper room? Why they lying on these people that got so much power? Why would these people be lying on these people? Ask yourself, that got so much power, gang. That's not getting paid for it. Don't be a dope fiend. Thanks, bro. He said putting it in chicken nuggets. They putting it in the fries, the hamburgers, the cheeseburgers, all of that, the chicken. Big bro, I watched the video of that. They've been putting our food and everything, chicken McNuggets and everything, gang. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what we eat. Like I said, for the new people, I said last night on my live. I said, when they said all these storms was happening and it was about to freeze up, and that Arctic blizzard that just happened, man, they cleaned out Walmart. People bought all the goddamn food. We don't know if they set us up then. Injected that shit they put on the shelf, get you to go eat it so we can all pass out. We don't know if they put a chip in the food that we was eating that's in our body. That, man, they got so much shit, bro. Hit my like button. I'm suspicious to all these motherfuckers. Let's go, gang.
She made these claims in a US deposition. Are you saying you don't believe her? She's lying.
Look.
That's a very difficult thing to answer because...
Well, if she wasn't there, that's a difficult question to answer, but you just said everything that she said was a lie. Make it make sense, bro. That's why he locked you up. That's why they came and got you.
Exactly the same, but I have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
She made these claims in a US deposition. Are you saying you don't believe her? She's lying.
That's a very difficult thing to answer because I'm not in a position to know what she's trying to.
You're not in a position to know.
Achieve, but
what's she
but
trying
I can
to
tell you
achieve?
Categorically, I don't remember meeting her at all. I do not remember a photograph being taken. And I've said,
hey, Mitch, you got to go through. Make sure some of y'all go look at my videos. Hey, Mitch, I'm an 18-wheeler. I drive 18-wheelers. I got some chemtrails. I even got pictures of UFOs on some of my live. I done seen everything out there. I travel between New Mexico. I travel to 10 and I travel to 40 from east to west. I'm on the East Coast now. I drive 18-wheelers. I'm an over-the-road driver. So I've seen everything. That's why I get on here and turn the fuck up, because I'm halfway crazy. The road make you crazy because you see everything. And shouts out to some of y'all daddies and uncles that drive trucks, because I'm sure they ain't got it all either, because they see everything. I've been in the tunnels in the Ozarks. I've been underground, so I know what's underground. I've been to all of it. Me and my lady right now, about a year ago, we kept going down there in the Ozarks, down there in Missouri. That's where the tunnels are at. There's some in Missouri, there's some in Denver. And they got cities down there, gang. We seen it. But you never see who loading the truck when you pull up against the rock. And we dropping off food. I'm like, what we dropping off food up under here for? Who live down here? Hit the like button.
Consistently and frequently that
absolutely,
never had any sort of sexual contact whatever.
She spoke about you outside the court in August of this year.
Thank you guys for the gift.
She said, I quote, "He knows exactly what he's done, and I hope he comes clean about it."
And the answer is nothing.
So Virginia Roberts
If it was nothing, gang, if it was nothing, bro, if it was nothing, they wouldn't have came and got you in your drawers. They got you in your drawers this morning. And you know they come about 4 o'clock in the morning. They got that nigga up at about 4. They come when your ass sleeping good. They come at 4. Yeah, they come get you at 4 in the morning. Because you know at 4 in the morning, you in between that mind state. Yeah, they came and got him at 4. Yeah, when them FEDs come get you, they come get you about 4 in the morning. Cause they know you sleeping good. You in between. You gotta be sleep around 4. Yeah, go kick your door in. You in your drawers. You humping on that goddamn girl. I said, damn.
What is your message to her?
Look at this message.
I don't have a message for her.
You don't?
Because
after you ruined her life, you ruined that girl's life, and allegedly, she committed unanswered. Allegedly, she committed unanswered. You ruined that lady's life along with a lot of other little children for your own self-gratification. You evil, dope fiend, demon, possessed, psychotic, soup should be under the jail, motherfucker. You and the rest of these people that been conning the United States government and all the citizens in every country for your own self-gratification, for your own benefit. Hey, did you know, gang, that Jeffrey Epstein was trying to populate the whole world with a bunch of children, putting his sperm in all these women to have all type of Epstein babies roaming around this motherfucker? To own the shit that he owns. See? That would have kept him forever in power. They wanted to forever be in power. They was going to put some of their children as government officials. All these little babies going to have all this money that he had with all these different women that he got documented. That's going to be a part of his bloodline. And he was going to put all them little kids in a position so they could forever rule the world. Is that good enough for you? Are you not entertained? This is Band-Aid gang. This is what I do. I have fun stepping on these motherfuckers. I'm stepping on your favorite goddamn president right now. I'm stepping on him. I'm doing them all type of ways. I don't give a damn. Because I'm fighting for what's right. And if you don't like it, you can go down there in the tunnels with the rest of them motherfuckers. They got room for you, because we ain't got no room for you, dope fiend. We ain't got no room for you. We ain't got no respect for you. We ain't got no love for you on this channel. We'll do you all type of ways. We got to update Band-Aid gang. Let's get to it. Hit my like button. Thank you for the gift, Peanut.
Your luck shapes the battlefield. Claim limited
my
time
like
legendary
button.
heroes for free. Such a player friend.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
But let's begin with this breaking news this hour out of the UK. Police have now arrested Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known
33 minutes ago.
Andrew was detained on suspicion of misconduct. He's been under renewed scrutiny following the release of the latest Epstein files.
Look how he look. What's that? What's that stuff? What's that? What's that on his face, gang? How you get that? Who did that? What he scratched himself this morning? How you get that on you, gang? He's slowly turning. He's turning. He's not getting enough adrenochrome. He's about to get out of his body. I said, damn it, reptilians is coming. Maybe he's a Pleiadian. He could be from the Pleiadian race. Let's get him.
King Charles releasing a statement of the arrest of his brother, saying in part,
look at him.
"Let
He
me
don't
state
look
clearly."
real either. He don't look regular. Look at the size of his ears, man. Angel, look at his ears, man. That's not human, bruh. Look at bruh ears, bro. They put that on there, gang. He gotta be a reptilian, bruh. And they put the ears. That's not real, gang. That's not real, bro. Bro, say, hey, big bro. Ireland Boys is the Island Boys. Yeah, them. Hold on. Island Boys is the two sons. Look at the video. I seen that when they was with Jeffrey Epstein. The picture of both of them, all three of them together. They look just like the Island Boys. Okay, it's his sons. Ooh, I said, damn. Boy, we tracking they ass. Look at the man. Is this breaking news, y'all? Hit the like button. We winning over here, man. They trying to sabotage the channel. They gonna try to put me under surveillance. Let's go.
The law must take its course. Now, for more on this, we're joined by CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio, who's outside Buckingham
Why he got that on his neck, bro? What's wrong, man? What he got that on his neck for? These people, bro, who are they?
This is huge news. When and how was he arrested?
Chanel, yes, good morning to you. Absolute bombshell here.
Thank you for the award, gang.
And we understand that at about 8 a.m. this morning, British police arrived at the estate of Sandringham. And now this isn't in London. This is about 3 hours north of here on the northern coast. And we understand that 6 police cars arrived carrying several plainclothes officers, and they did arrest Andrew, the former prince. And this is linked to Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex offender. Not over that, but over the suspicion of public misconduct while in public office, linked to the time that Andrew was a trade envoy. This is back in the 2000s when he was traveling the world. And the suspicion here is that he was sharing confidential information to people, including Epstein, for financial benefit for places from Afghanistan to Hong Kong. And now we understand that the police are searching not just Sandringham Estate, but also the
I told y'all, hold on, let's get that again.
Who was a trade envoy. This is back in
a trade envoy. And so we looking at a trade envoy that was going on. What type of trade envoy? A child trade envoy? We need to know what type of envoy was the trade with the Chinese people. Yeah. What type of trade? What kind of envoy? We need to know what kind of trade they had going on with Chinese. We need to know what the envoy was. Who was on the train? Let's go.
Misconduct while in public office, linked to the time that Andrew was a trade envoy. This is back in
okay, we're looking at a trade envoy. They trading. What are they trading? So now we know that walk in the park. They went down there, held hands, and they walked in the park. Let's continue to track.
When he was traveling the world. And the idea here, the suspicion here, is that he was sharing confidential information to people, including Epstein, for financial benefit for places from Afghanistan to...
So he was trading confidential information. Hit my like button. This sinister looking motherfucker right here, he look like he'll put the drop on you. He'll put the drop on you. I gotta watch myself. I say it down. He was giving up some information from with the Chinese. So for one, how they got Chinese information? I told you these motherfuckers was working together. Even China cool with us. So China, the Koreans too, they got something going on, right? So let's listen to that good.
The suspicion here is that he was sharing confidential information to people, including Epstein, for financial...
Sharing confidential information to Epstein. So he giving Epstein confidential information. About what? What kind of confidential information that this man was giving? Probably producing a Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome production. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Big bro, he is a reptilian. I'm telling you, I saw the video of the motherfuckers transforming. I seen it too. I seen it down there in the Vatican too. I seen the real pictures of these people transforming. These people are not real people. See, Orlando, I do this type of shit. Yeah, I can't feed a baby steak. They'll choke on it. So I've been giving these people this shit piece by piece. It is 9 different races of aliens, but that's another story. So let's talk about this. Hold on. Let's see. So now, bro said, Mitch said that they doing adrenochrome. So they got a whole bunch of adrenochrome, but he's sharing the information with Epstein, some type of information. It can't be about no nuclear weapon that they have because they supposed to be our allies. So these are supposed to be our allies. So he can't be selling no weaponry or no type of shit like that. He can't be doing none of that because, you feel me? So now let's listen to it now.
Benefit for places from Afghanistan to Hong Kong. And now we understand that the police are searching.
So to Afghanistan, he giving Afghanistan shit. Now we supposed to be in war, was not supposed to be cool with Afghanistan. Some shit. And Hong Kong and China. So he's selling China something? And China is supposed to not be cool with America. But they cool with America. What's going on here? I said, damn.
Just Sandringham Estate, but also the Royal Lodge at Windsor, just west of here in London.
So, Rami, I understand the King has released a statement. What did he say?
The King said something.
Yes, the bottom line here is that he said that justice needs to take its course. He has been saying over the past few weeks as pressure has been mounting on his younger brother to come clean, to talk about, to testify even to the U.S. Congress here. So he has said that he supports the police in their investigations, and he and the Queen in the past few weeks have also been saying that they support the victims and that they have their thoughts and their sympathies with them. But, I got to say, it's not just the King that's been coming out here. We've been talking to people in terms of their reactions here. Just a short while ago, I spoke to Roya Nika, who is the royal contributor to The Times, also a CBS News contributor, and I asked her what her thoughts were when she heard the news. Let's take a listen.
It's a very big deal. I'm not sure it's that much of a shock. I think that momentum's moving in one direction in the last few days, and I think it was always inevitable that Andrew was going to be questioned by the police. But let's not mistake this. The arrest of a senior is the first time that a senior member of the royal family has been arrested like this.
Hey, is my car fixed yet?
Sorry, I'm playing a really fun.
Yeah, so you heard Roy and Nika there talking about the reaction here. But looking ahead, this investigation may go on for as much as 4 days. For example, our partners at the BBC have been reporting that Andrew could be held for up to 96 hours.
Now, my sister made a comment down in the chat. She said the UK doesn't play. He should have known this was coming when they distanced themselves. They were just waiting on the mom to transition. Big facts, sis. Big facts. Double tap my screen, gang. Let me know y'all ain't playing in my chat. Let me know we on fire over here, gang. Let's go.
We're just in the first few hours of this, and with this arrest, they will be going through things from his computers to his files, photographs, anything looking for evidence linking him to Jeffrey Epstein and this suspicion.
Look at him. Look at what?
We're just in the first few hours of this, and with this arrest, they will be going through things from his computers to his files, photographs, anything looking.
Look at this. Who is that? Who is this man? Look at this reptilian, man. The reptilian met him at the door. I said, all y'all came back. Who is this dude, man? Who is this dude, gang? He got one eye. Look at the other eye, bro. Look right there, bro. I said, damn, we got him. We got him again, gang. They try to hide it. Who is this dude right here, gang? Look at him. Look at his hairstyle, bro. Look at this. It looked like it's a flame coming out the back. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this picture, gang? Who is this person? Where is he at? And he started to talk to him. He finna talk to this dude. Man, I said, damn, man. This guy is somebody important, man. Looking like that, gang. Who is this man right here that he finna talk to? Holy shit, look.
For evidence linking him to Jeffrey Epstein and this suspicion of misconduct. To his files, photographs, anything looking for evidence linking him to...
We got him. Look at this. Oh, we got him.
Jeffrey Epstein and this...
Hold on.
This suspicion of misconduct while in public office.
And Raimi, I just wonder also what this means for the royal family. Obviously a family that's so beloved in the UK, and we heard there from your guests that this is the first time a member of the royal family has been arrested. I just wonder if you can speak to how unprecedented this moment is and what this means in terms of the turmoil that must be happening within the house.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talk about the royalty, the monarchy has the firm, but I can't help this firm right now under this pressure is cracking. The king came out with a statement very quickly after the news of the arrest of his younger brother came out, trying to in some way get ahead of this, while at the same time we do understand that it may be as close to possible as business as usual, because I say that, for example, Queen Camilla is already out in the public. She was listening to an orchestral performance just in the past hour. We also understand from Roy Nika that the king himself will be launching the start of London Fashion Week later today. So they're trying to keep this stiff upper lip at the same time while the firm is under massive public pressure.
All right, Raimi D'Ascencio reporting this morning from Buckingham Palace. Thank you, Raimi. Appreciate it. I want to bring in CBS News royal contributor Amanda Foreman now. She's joining us to get more reaction as to what this potentially means for the royal family. Amanda, again, the reaction from King Charles, as you heard Raimi reporting there, which is that he wants to see the judicial process play out, that he won't be making any more statements on this. But we just talk about the unprecedented nature of His Majesty, a British monarch, commenting on the arrest of his brother, a man who was at one point second in line to the throne?
Yes, it is unprecedented. You'd have to go back to the 19th century for something this big. Queen Victoria's son, who became the future king, Edward VII, had to appear in court. He wasn't charged. He was a witness in a cheating case, and it was a huge scandal. And the British public were appalled by what happened, and it had real repercussions for the royal family then. And since then, the biggest thing was the abdication crisis just before World War II, when Edward VIII was going to become king, and he stepped down in order to marry Wallis Simpson, the American divorcee. This is different. This is a criminal case, obviously, and concerning the king's younger brother. But if you remember, King Charles said he wanted a slimmed down monarchy, and that slimmed down monarchy has now been in place for over 2 years, and you can see that this was actually a very clever strategy, and is now bearing fruit. Andrew is not part of the working royals.
Well, Amanda, how much this does and will impact the family's reputation and legacy, especially when you consider, the mounting criticism against
the whole family is involved
in modern society.
And yes, they did give him up, Mitch.
Well, in
purposely.
Fact, public opinion shows that there's less republicanism in the United Kingdom now than there was actually 25 years ago or 30 years ago. The royal family is relatively popular, and its popularity has remained relatively stable.
They can't be royal when that happening.
But the former Prince Andrew is actually one of the least popular royals anyway. And unless
like
there
Mick
is
said, they got to give up
explicit
somebody.
connection between him and the king, or him and the Prince of Wales, Prince William, which is totally unlikely, according to people who know. It's great news fodder, but it doesn't actually impact the working royals with a capital W, capital R.
And yet, Amanda, this is, as you pointed out, uncharted territory for the royal family. You cannot imagine, I know that the king has said that he will no longer be releasing any statements until the judicial process weighs out. We should, of course, point out that Andrew Mountbatten has denied all accusations against him. But I do wonder, any interview that the king, and such as he gives, he doesn't give a lot of interviews, but certainly Prince William has given interviews. He gave one as recently as a couple of days ago where he talked about mental health. You can imagine a world where any royal family member in front of cameras or in any kind of discussions or interviews with reporters is going to be asked about this, and people are going to want to know what their take is on this, and they can punt it to waiting to see how the judicial process plays out. But the idea of being held accountable is something that is sort of alien to the monarchy.
The lack of accountability that the privileged, the wealthy, royalty, aristocracy, that they have enjoyed in the past, I think we can see is really receding in the past. And one of the changes in the 21st century,
nothing royal about him now.
Accountability. There's every indication, and we've seen this from all the recent statements that they have
Look
put
at
out.
look at the alien they with.
They will want Andrew to be held accountable for his actions. If evidence was to appear that showed other royals somehow in cahoots with him, then that's a completely different kettle of fish. But at the moment, it's one stinky fish, Andrew, frankly, who condemned himself out of his own mouth in an interview that he did on television. And
we have a comment my sister said, which makes a point. He was only arrested for suspicion of misconduct while in office. I wonder how much time that is, or is it a slap on the wrist? Great point. Great point. Again, this may be another distraction. This may be another distraction while they move some more money, while they hide some more Epstein files. These people doing everything in their power to hide these Epstein files. Let's go.
He's now reaping what he sowed.
Do you know, Amanda, before I let you go, if the king would have been made aware that the arrest of his brother was imminent?
The royal family so clearly knew that things were in the offing. You don't move somebody from their home, as Andrew was, Royal Lodge, practically in the middle of the night 2 weeks ago, and have them go up to Sandringham without a good reason. So they weren't completely clueless. However, it's the police who chose to arrest him on his 66th birthday. And
on his birthday!
That was their choice. And the fact that it was today...
They were just missing one more six. It'd been the sign of the devil. They got him on his 66th birthday. One more six would have made it who he was, which is the devil's number. They locked him up on his 66th birthday. How about that? On your birthday? I know he was like, damn, y'all niggas. I was like, damn, mama and daddy, y'all done locked me up on my birthday. What kind of niggas is y'all? Him, mama and them let him come get him on his birthday. I said, damn, I would have been madder than 10 motherfuckers. I'd have been like, damn, mama, y'all come get me on my, man, what, that's type of love I get? Well, you shouldn't have been messing with them goddamn kids. You shouldn't have been giving top secret shit up to the Chinese, the Koreans, the Afghanistanians, and Jeffrey Epstein, and not doing it right, and you fucked up the whole operation. So you got to pay so they don't get all of us. So we got to give you up, son. You fucked up, son. And don't forget that Jeffrey Epstein had, his house perimeter was 33 size of perimeter, 33. Masonic sign of the Zorro Ranch. Double tap my screen. I want to thank everybody for coming and watching my commentary. Everything is alleged under Act 107. The description is, and the disclaimer is in the description. So I want to thank y'all, even the new people that came over here. I appreciate your gifts. Man, y'all tap into my channel. We keep it in motion, man. Make sure y'all watch, she's in the chat. Hey, Peanut Butter 13 down there. She's going live today. They got a channel that's popping over there, and they doing their thing. We just covering this, man. We staying on top of the Epstein files. I really was not going to go on to Epstein today, but this was breaking news. You know, I've been trying to mix my commentary up and get my channel back hard in the algorithms, gang, because they playing with me, gang. But, man, I appreciate all the new watchers, the new subscribers. Thank you for joining. Mitch, thank you for participating in the comment section. Everybody for coming in, speaking, my mods. Richard, thank you. Orlando Awakening. He's been sharing a lot of knowledge in this chat. Dorian, all my mods, J-Fo, everybody for coming in, man. If I missed you, man, I appreciate you too. Gather It Buck, if I said that right. Thank you for coming to Gallons Clifton. Thank you for coming to, yeah, you guys. Thank you for participating with the Band-Aid gang. It's a sad days going on in America right now. Like I said, man, drink a lot of water. Be careful what you put in your system, because ain't no telling what these people try to do. And we just living in a wicked world and time, but they spoke about this in different books. They spoke about this in different books, and it's all coming to the forefront right now. So just be mindful and be wise. And always remember, when you make a pact with the devil, there's a consequence. And these people made a pact with the devil, and now they're paying the consequence. So the things that happen, hey, it does come true. Be true to yourself, be true to God, and God will judge you by your heart. And we are getting justice. Justice for these young survivors. Justice for these children. We want to find the children. Justice for the survivors. Justice for the survivors. It's a sad day in America, but we're at least getting some type of shift. Thank you guys very much. I'm C-Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying. And I said, damn, with the real angel. And we beat you. Band-Aid gang. Thank you guys for coming in. Respect to you all. Make sure you smash that like button before you go out. Make sure you pay attention to my community posts. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share these videos out. Keep this stuff in the algorithm. Thank you guys for joining. Peace and love. And we out. Peace.